Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to guide you through chair yoga. We will practice together for 30 minutes today. So, as we go through class, just a reminder to listen to your body. If any of the stretches do not work for you, please skip them, come on out, and modify. So as we go through class today, we are going to work on the full body. So we're going to hit all of those areas of common complaints, such as our neck, shoulders, get to the wrists, go through the spine, and down into the hips, legs, and feet. And as we go through class, one of my favorite things about this class is all of the stretches that we will be working with. You can easily incorporate them into your workday. So if you know you tend to hold a lot of tension in a particular area, try to remember some of the stretches because even doing them for something as small as 30 seconds, 20 seconds can offer a lot of relief to the mind and to the body. And this practice will be really great for balancing the mind and the body. Will increase some flexibility, build a little bit of strength, and really great for relaxing. So let's get started in the centering. This is just an opportunity to relax. So maybe come to the edge of the seat. You want to scooch forward a little bit. And nice opportunity to release the day so far, to drop into your body and into your breath. So we're going to just start with our alignment, 90-degree angle in the legs. We'll have our heels in line with our knees in line with our hips, and shoulders over the hips. Let's take a moment to close the eyes here. And give yourself a moment to take a few deep full breaths in and out. And then although you're not sitting against the back of your chair, your spine isn't supported, but imagine that there was a wall behind you that you were sitting against so that you could imagine that your shoulders were in line with your hips and the back of your neck was elongated, and you could feel yourself reach and stretch through the crown of the head. Try to bring your awareness to your nose and simply begin to watch the breath move in and out of your nose. Try to lengthen as you inhale and lengthen as you exhale. And then maybe encourage your exhale to be a little bit longer than the inhale. So maybe try to see if you can notice the temperature of the air as it moves in through your nose and then out through your nose. Sometimes the air is a little cool as it comes in, and then it's a bit warmer as you exhale. And then as you go through class today, trying to keep that connection to the breath. Let the breath relax you. Maybe that could be the focal point if you find that the mind gets really active and very busy. Also, take a moment to set an intention if you'd like. And intention is maybe a way that you want to feel. Maybe you want to feel relaxed after class. Maybe you want to feel energized. So it's always really nice to have an intention to move through life with intention, through yoga with intention. So whatever that might be, you can set that for yourself. There's no right and there's no wrong. Let's take a moment here. We will begin to bring our right hand off to our left knee. So we're just going to have that arm crossing the body. Left arm, let's bring it up and over. We're going to land in a little bit of a side stretch here. And really try to reach and stretch through the waist. So we want to lengthen through the side body, through the arm, through the fingertips. And then bringing yourself back on up. Let's take our left hand off to the right knee. So we will take our chin to our chest on the exhale. Let's really try to round out the back body here. So we have chin to chest, head relaxes, spine relaxes. Left hand stays where it's at. Let's bring that right arm up and over. Take a nice deep full breath in here. And get nice and grounded in that right sitting bone. So we want to try to find length and find some space through the side body. Let's take our right hand off to the left. We're going to bring our chin to chest, rounding through your back body. Let's sweep that left arm up and over. Breathing here. So you have all of these little muscles in between the rib, intercostal muscles. So when we do this stretch, we can give them a really nice release, a nice little stretch too. Left hand, let's take that to the right knee, chin to chest, exhale, round your back. Now see if you can let your head hang heavy. So we want to feel the head hanging heavy as possible, almost like a weight. So we just want to let go of tension there. Left hand, let's keep that where it's at. Right hand up and over. And see if you can find the stretch from your right hip to your right fingertip. So really reaching and stretching up and over. We're going to bring ourselves back through the center. Let's take that right hand to your left knee and chin to your chest. This time we'll unwrap the arms. Arms will sweep out to the sides of the room. Take a full breath in here. Let's reach and stretch up. Hands come together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Full breath in. Let's reach up and stretch up. And release. And let's go 3 more times here. As the hands come down to the heart, we will circle in the other direction. So fingertips will go up, and then arms are going to sweep out and around. Hands will begin to release onto the low back. So maybe fingertips will point down. We're going to just gently support the low back here. And then pressing the hands into the low back, let's offer a bit of a back bend here. So we're going to open the chest and the heart. We are going to relax our shoulders back and down. And then taking a nice deep full breath in and out here. And releasing. Let's realign. Hands can relax. We'll take a full breath in. Exhale, fold forward. We'll come into a forward fold. Now, as you take your fold, maybe relax your hands down towards the ground, or maybe reach for opposite elbows underneath the body. And as best as you can, try to relax your head. Try to relax through your neck. And release. Let's float ourselves back on up, hands onto the legs. Core engages as you rise up. Grab onto the sides of your chair, and you'll want to scooch to the edge of your seat as best as you can. Take our feet out nice and wide, and we'll just warm up the hips a little here by doing a windshield wipe of the knees to the right and to the left. So we're just swishing the legs from one side to the next side. I would love to take a little time to work with our warriors. So we're going to give these a try. So to come into our first warrior, you are going to drop your knees off towards the right. And on this one, you are going to want to have a 90-degree angle in your left leg. And then imagining having this 90-degree angle in your right leg as well. So this is a variation of our knee down warrior, also called Anjaneyasana. And you can hold onto your chair. Also, hands can reach up if you'd like. We have a couple options here. Now, really try to let this leg get nice and heavy and weighted so that it can drop down, and that will help to open up your hip flexor, your psoas, and your quad. Let's give ourselves a nice deep full breath in and out here. Feel free to grab onto the chair so that we can readjust. Right leg will begin to extend behind you. And feel free to take this right foot off to the right. So it doesn't have to be in line with your hip. That might just be a little bit too much pressure. So give yourself some space and let this leg be at an angle. But we do want to feel that we're on our toes for this one and our heel is lifted. It's also called a high lunge pose. So we want to really activate this back leg as best as you can. Try to press out through the back of the knee and then also press out through your heel. Hands to the sky. If you'd like, you can also reach onto the chair. And from here, we are going to breathe. So see if you can tuck your tailbone here. See if you can bring your navel back and up to the spine a little bit. And then create that nice long line of energy that flows through the spine, lengthening the back of the neck, reaching and stretching through the crown of the head. And release. We're going to float those hands down. Let's try for a warrior one pose here. So for this one, you are going to have a similar back leg, but this time just bring your heel down onto the ground. So we have our heel down, and then our foot is at a little bit of an angle, so 45-degree angle, aiming to where the corner of the room is. And again, don't feel that you have to have this right heel in line with your right hip. Take that off to the right more so that this back leg is more angled. Holding onto your chair or bringing your hands up to the sky. Now, see if you can relax your shoulders away from the ears. So create a little bit of space here between the ears and the shoulders. And then feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And releasing the hands down. Let's try for warrior two pose. So you probably have to readjust quite a bit. And for this one, you are going to have your front foot pointing to the side of the room there. So your left foot points to the left side of the room. And then your right foot is going to be straight with the back edge of your wall there. And when we're on our yoga mat, we have a front heel to a back arch alignment, but a little different in the chair. So feel free to, again, same thing in this one, take that right foot to the right even more. You do want to try to feel that your hips and your shoulders are squaring off to the side of the room. We're going to have one hand forward and one hand back. And then while you're here, let's see if we can relax our shoulders away from the ears. So create a little bit of space between the ears and the shoulders. Let's begin to float our left palm up. We're going to take our right hand to our right hip. And we're going to bring it into our reverse warrior two pose, also called peaceful warrior two pose. And just breathing into this really nice stretch for the spine. So this helps to create some lateral flexibility in the spine. We are going to windmill through. We're going to bring it down to a lateral angle. Left arm to left leg. Right hand reaches up. And if you wanted even more stretch, you could bring your hand down onto the ground. And on this one, try not to collapse into the bottom shoulder. We want to try to create a little lift here and a little bit of lengthening here. And release. Let's bring ourselves back on up. We are going to hold onto that chair once again. Let's take our feet out nice and wide and drop your knees to the right and then also to the left. Let's begin to drop the knees off to the right when you're ready. Again, we're going to take that 90-degree angle in our right leg, and then we'll have 90-degree angle in left leg. Holding onto the chair, hands can reach up if you'd like. Feel that the arms are very active here. Feel your arms frame your ears. Fingers are active. Reach and stretch out through the fingertips. And release. Let's put our hands down for a little support. Left leg, let's begin to straighten. Press out through the back of the knee and your heel. Have your heel off towards the side of the room, so we don't have to have it in line. So I'm going to take our left heel off to the left side of the room. But that back heel is going to be lifted. And let's take a moment to connect back with our breath. So inhaling and exhaling through your nose. That's a really nice breathing technique. It helps to keep the mind, the body calm, relaxed, and at ease. Sometimes when we breathe through the mouth, it can activate the fight or flight response. So try to inhale and exhale through the nose as best as you can. Hands can release. We'll begin to reset. Left foot, let's hop that off towards the left. We'll have our back heel grounded this time. We'll have our back foot at that 45-degree angle. And again, left foot to the left to give yourself more space. So we just don't want to feel any pressure on the knee. So that's why it's really good to give that space and have your left foot to the left more. Hands up or hold on to your chair. Do a scan of your body here. Notice where you're holding on to tension. And then with each exhale, try to let that tension go. Try to let your body relax and release into the stretch. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Warrior two, we'll open up to the side of the room. And we are going to have our front foot pointing forward, back foot will be nice and straight, and then left foot having it straight with the back edge of the wall there. Arms up, one hand forward and back. Let's connect back with our breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Lengthening as you breathe in. Lengthening as you breathe out. Right palm floats up. Let's bring it up and back. Reverse. Left hand onto your left hip. You can also let your hand glide down that back leg too. Making sure that you're breathing. Core engages. Come on through. Lateral angle. Arm to leg. Hand to the sky. Breathing here. If you can, almost create a little twisting sensation. See if you can roll this top shoulder open and then also this top hip, roll it back so that it feels almost like a twist, like you could spin that right shoulder under and that right hip under as well. Good, let's bring ourselves back on up. We'll land in warrior two, also called Virabhadrasana Dvini. Releasing the hands, feet come out nice and wide, and we will windshield bite the knees to the left and to the right. Let's come back through to center here. We'll bring our feet in line with our hips. Right leg comes up and over. You can always press yourself up, get realigned here in the sitting bones. Full breath to lengthen. Let's come on down to a fold when you're ready. Feel free to relax your head, relax your neck. Hands can come underneath your body. Either the hands hang or you reach for opposite hands. Closing the eyes if you'd like. Try to melt away tension you might be holding on to. Bring yourself back on up. Hands to the legs, zipping up the core, spine realigns. Right foot plants, left leg up and over. Align evenly on the sitting bones. Let's lengthen and come on down. Maybe feeling a little bit of pressure sometimes when the stomach is pressing against the legs. But that can be a good thing. Almost gives a little bit of a massage to the internal organs, to the digestive system. A bit of pressure is okay. And release. We're going to bring it on up. Let's take our feet out nice and wide and drop your knees to the right and to the left. Bring yourself up to standing when you're ready. And we'll take some poses standing. We'll try to use our chair for a bit of support. So let's work a little bit with our legs. We're going to get down into our feet a bit. So what we'll do here is have your chair off to the left side of you. Be nice to have it in case you need it for support with your balance, but hands can always be on the hips if you want to strengthen the balance a little bit more. So we're going to start with our right leg, and we're just going to start by doing a little kick out to the side of the room. And if you'd like, you could flex your foot, and that will just help to activate more muscles in the leg, the foot, and the knee. Good. You can plant the feet. Give ourselves a nice inhale and exhale here. Now let's try our left side. We're going to do a kick forward now. So we're just going to float that foot out in front. Really zipping up the core. Feel the tailbone tuck. Feel the navel move back and up to the spine slightly. And then create that nice long line of energy that flows through the spine. Lengthening the back of the neck. Reaching and stretching out through the crown of the head. Left foot, let's plant it. Inhale and exhale here. Let's try it on the right side. Right side's gonna do some kick forward. And as best as you can, try to have your shoulders over your hips. So it might be easy to lean here. Maybe you draw the weight off towards the left a little bit or lean forward. But really try to keep the alignment in this one. Shoulders are stacked over the hips, spine is straight. Good. Plant the feet, inhale and exhale. And then let's take our right toes. We're gonna turn them in. And you'll try to have your foot in this position the whole time. So let's do a kick off to the side of the room, and then we're gonna come in. So we're gonna work on our right side now. And this is one where you might feel that you're leaning quite a bit. So really try to stack those shoulders right over the hips. Feet can plant. We'll take that inhale and exhale. Now let's have that chair in front of us. We'll try for some kickbacks. So let's start with our left leg. So here we have our support of our chair, but feel free to take hands on the hips. So we're just gonna kick that left leg back and then reset. Left foot plants. Let's take an inhale and exhale. We're gonna go on that right side, kick back. Good, let's plant the feet. Take a nice breath in and out. So revitalizing for those legs. Let's take our chair. We're going to send it off to the right, and then we're going to wrap it up with a couple exercises on that left side to even off the body. Hands on the hips, maybe grab onto that chair. Let's start with our left foot. So we're just having our foot pointing forward on this one. We're going to send it out to the side and then reset in. So try to breathe as deeply and fully as you can here. So very easy to want to hold the breath, stifle the breath. So inhale deeply, exhale deeply. Feet can plant. Take a breath in and out, and we'll go one last time. Left toes will turn in, and then try to keep your foot in that position the whole time. We're going to kick it out to the side of the room and then bring it in. Good. Let's bring ourselves to center. Feet will plant and bring your feet out nice and wide. And let's take empty coat sleeves. We'll do a switch to one side and the other side just to reset the body. Great job on those. I know those aren't always easy, really easy to get a little fatigued in those, but really good for building strength. And so good for strengthening our balance. So anytime we're working with those balances, we're working on strengthening the muscles of our knees and our ankle and our feet. And those are so important. You know, they say as time marches along, our balance starts to go downhill a little bit. So it's always really good to be proactive and do a bit of balancing to strengthen those muscles. Let's try a down dog with our chair. So what we're going to do is grab onto the back of the chair. You're going to hold on. So if your chair has wheels, you want to put them in the lock position, or maybe skip this one. And then we are just going to walk our feet back on this one. So we're just going to really stretch it out here. Now, do not put a lot of weight in the hands. Really, all of the weight is going to be back into your heels. And this is just going to be that really nice opportunity just to stretch it out. So try to bring the weight back into your heels, let your toes be light, and almost a feeling like your toes could be lifting off of the ground. And just really good stretch for your calves, hamstrings, good for that low back as well. And we'll begin to release. We're going to walk our feet towards our chair. We're just going to roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. As you come to stand, let's take a nice inhale, drawing the shoulders up, back, and down. Let's take our chair. We're going to flip it around. We'll try one last stretch here. So you'll just want to face your chair being aligned here. Let's bring our hands up to the sky to inhale. We're going to take our hands down onto the seat on exhale. And let's shake out those legs a little bit here. So maybe bend one knee and bend the other knee. Maybe relax your head yes, and relax your head no. As you come to stillness, walk your hands to the left. We'll land in a side stretch. Try to get nice and grounded in both of the feet. Bring yourself back through the center. Let's take the hands to the other side. Reaching and stretching through the waist. Lengthen through the side body, the arm and the fingertips. We're going to bring ourselves back through the center. Lower your stomach, lift up the heart. We'll take a little rounding of the back to come on up to stand. Inhale. Take your hands at your heart as you exhale. Thank you so much for joining today. Pleasure to be here with you, guide you through chair yoga. Hope that you enjoyed the practice. I feel like today was a great strength practice. I feel strong, like I can take on the rest of the day. I hope that you have a wonderful day today. Have a fantastic weekend. I will be back on Monday. I'll be back with yoga on the yoga mat. That's at 5:30 Eastern time, and that's 45-minute practice. I also wanted to mention the letter of the day today is M as in Melissa. So that's M as in Melissa. So definitely jot that down if you are participating in the word of the week. So have a good one, and I will see you soon.